Hotep Senuhena Senut, Itira and Isha Kanabukemet. I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is Serious B, member of the Pseudos on QueButter channel. I'm gonna play what happened just a few minutes ago. We have Love My Fro in the place to be. I hope you're doing well. But first, let me just check the sound quality. Hold on. Let me check the sound quality. Make sure you can hear me loud and clear. I'll wait for the ad. Okay, let me listen now. Okay, so see you, sister. So it's gonna be a quick live stream, because I'm gonna have to go to work, but you can hear the pseudo killers. They're a bunch of pseudo people, and they've been pseudo for a long time, just like Garfield Reed, and it's the same crew of pseudo people, but you're gonna have a clear proof of that, And QueButter is strange, he kicked me out when I was on his panel and Sanada came and insulted my mother. He didn't say anything. He let Sanada insult my mother. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Vibenet is a place to be Hotep. So let me just play what took place. They are still live streaming. Oh, you know what? The fair use disclaimer. I have the fair use disclaimer somewhere. So here, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Okay. So right now they are streaming, as you can see.
This ain't got nothing to do with the top.
See, it says 66 watching now. So they are streaming. You have their chat and all that. So I don't need their chat. I'm just gonna go back a little bit. So I'm gonna start when I have my finger up to ask to speak, basically.
The pseudo killers in a monolith as well, because it posts information to the web.
Hey, so if I'm at the
fast,
then I got that.
If they would
something new,
I think the brother Shaka wants to say something.
Yeah, man.
Yes, thank you. Peace to everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, man.
Peace.
Yeah, peace to everybody. I've spoken to QueButter. Oh, you know what? Let me just put in that chat. I'm streaming right now about the pseudo Serious B and his pseudo team. I tagged them and tagged them for the record. Monkey pseudo gotta stop there. Peace. So there it is. You can see I'm streaming right now about the pseudo Serious B and his pseudo team. Attack them for the record. Peace. All right. So let's continue. QueButter briefly on his panel a few months back, and I've spoken to Q.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
Yeah, peace to everybody. I've spoken to QueButter briefly on his panel a few months back, and I don't know if I spoke to Serious B, but I did speak to some of the pseudo killer members. I wanted to ask, Serious B, are you still a member of the pseudo killers?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay, because I'm aware that, if I'm not mistaken, the majority of the pseudo killers teach that the ancient Egyptians were not black. If I'm wrong, feel free to tell me.
The ancient Egyptians were not black. I think we have to be careful in terms of like putting the pseudo killers in a monolith as well, because
mind you, I usually ask very simple questions. And I said, if I'm not mistaken, the majority of the pseudo killers teach that the ancient Egyptians are not black. And he starts saying we have to be careful not to put the pseudo killers in a monolithic, you know what I'm saying? Like thinking like they all, presuming that they all think the same, you know? But I just let him talk most of the time because, you know, if you try to intervene, then they're going to act like, you know, they're being, you know, harassed or something. You know, they're very, very sensitive, weak males, you know, those pseudo killers, you know? So let's continue. Oh, Wild Funk is in the place to be. Who is Serious B? He said that dude, who has the blue suit. You know, he's a member of the pseudo killers, and you're gonna see his face a bit better because he's gonna remove the screen share in shortly.
All of us have our own slightly nuanced views on things like that. Like for instance, for me, right, because I sort of deviate from what Unc says in terms of race and things of that nature. What I say in terms of race, when I say black, I say that black is very pseudoscientific, right?
So he said that black is very pseudoscientific, and you're gonna hear me say several times, I'm talking about the skin tone. But he's going to go explain why he thinks black is pseudoscientific. He's going to talk about the skull size and the shape of the nose. He's going to go the shape of the nose. He's going to go all the way. I mean, those guys are the pseudo killers are just a bunch of pseudo dude, weak males, just like Garfield Reed, people who don't have any standing by themselves. They always need a crew. They always need people by themselves. They ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, you know, QueButter, he always needs like 5 to 10 people on his panel. By himself, he would not stand on anything, you know. But, you know, I'm dealing with the pseudo killers right now because I don't know the opinion of QueButter when it comes to the ancient Egyptians. You know what I'm saying?
And I point back to the very early progenitors of race and what they said about it, right? They said that, you know, what they saw in terms of the phenotypic the phenotypical differences, right? What they saw on a surface level in terms of skin color, in terms of cranial structure, in terms of nose shapes. They said that signaled deep
cranial structure, nose shape. You know, I mean, now they don't know what black means now. Now nobody knows what black means now.
Differences between population groups, and those deep differences, what they said that
Thank you, V. Bennett. Why do they say black power? Why do they say FBA if black is pseudo? Kemet means the black. So what is he talking about? You know, and actually he's going to deny that they use the color black in ancient Egypt, in Kemet.
Those were attributed to things like, okay, well, this particular race is more intelligent than the other. This particular race is more prone.
Indeed. Like Vimenet says, it says black liberation and black Africanism. Oh snap! I clicked on the stuff. Let me go back. Dang, I'm gonna have to go to the part where I was. Dang. I'm gonna find the actual part. Talked about the cranial structure, you know, but hold on. Now, look, QueButter wrote, I hope you get some attention. That guy is funny. Hold on. QueButter. Got 14k subs. I got 21k. I don't need attention. You have a title that says Black Liberation, and that dude on the panel said that black is, what did he say? Is he said black is not scientific or pseudo?
They had no, but typical differences, right? What they saw on the surface. We have to be careful in terms of like putting the pseudo killers in a monolith as well, because all of us have our own slightly nuanced views on things like that. Like for instance, for me, right, because I sort of deviate from what Unc says in terms of race and things of that nature. What I say in terms of race, when I say black, I say that black is very pseudoscientific.
Black is very pseudo scientific. Make that make sense. Boom. So he got it. Those people, they are so condescending. They feel like they are superior in knowledge when, you know, they just get pseudos people on their panel, you know, and we can talk and discuss. We have the right to agree and disagree. This dude has a platform. He's streaming, you know, and I will show you after, you know, because I'm gonna have to go to work. But when he streams for like 14 hours. But he's like, oh no, we're not talking about that today. As if whenever he's streaming, they're sticking to the topic. But it's okay. He's free to do whatever he wants on his panel.
Right. And I point back to the very early progenitors of race and what they said about it. Right. They said that, you know, what they saw in terms of the phenotypic, the phenotypic.
Oh, Marcus, do you mind telling me if Sabir Bey addressed me? Because I saw you on his panel. I scrolled through, you know, it's difficult to listen to this guy, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, V. Bennett wrote, NASA's physicists just use the term black Africans. Thank you. I'm going to share the link.
Differences, right? What they saw on the surface level in terms of skin color, in terms of cranial structure, in terms of nose shapes. They said that signaled deep differences between population groups, and those deep differences, what they said that those were attributed to things like, okay, well, this particular race is more intelligent than the other. This particular race is more prone to violence. This particular race.
So right now, you know, I don't know what he's talking about, but Marcus wrote he doesn't know. Okay, Sabir Bey is very pseudo as well, you know, the Gaga Google scholarship. But here you have the link. NASA scientist Dr. Thomas G. Brophy, PhD in physics, said the ancient Egyptians were black. And he's going to say that several times. He's going to say black African and so on. So anyway, let's continue. You have the link in the chat. You know, I'm not making stuff up.
Is more prone to athleticism. And what we know today is that
I said I'm talking about skin tone, you know.
Those things are not true, and that's why I don't necessarily adhere to concepts of race. Now, in terms of tone, you know? no, and that's what I'm saying. When you say that they're black, you know, when you start categorizing, you know, ancient civilizations using those types of terms.
Ancient civilizations. I ask about the ancient Egyptian. That's not ancient civilizations plural. That's one group of people, or if you want, one civilization. But you know, I was really just trying not to interrupt too much because they always play the victim. You know, I'm just asking him a very simple question, but it's almost finished.
things that they didn't use, right?
They used it.
I don't
They
do
used it
that.
in ancient Egypt. They use it
No.
in Egypt. So basically, if
But,
I'm
but
asking
no,
you
no,
the
no,
question,
no.
no, VB, I would love to, but I may go live later on today. But I'm gonna have to prepare for work. You know, for those who may wonder, it is 6:30 a.m. on my end. You know, so you know about 7 a.m. You know, I prepare. You know, I have baby girl. I have to prepare her and drop her at the ladies that's going to take her to school, so I won't have time, unfortunately. But later on, I'm planning on going live, and feel free to share this with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to hear me tell him that he's pseudo and the pseudo killers are pseudo, for the record. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't call him name, didn't disrespect him. You know,
they had using those types of terms, things that they didn't use, right? I don't do that.
In ancient Egypt. They use it
No.
So basically, so here, for the record, he denied that they were using black in ancient Egypt.
Here to concepts of race. Now, in terms of
tone, you know?
no, and that's what I'm saying. When you say that they're black, you know, when you start categorizing, you know, ancient civilizations using those types of terms, things that they didn't use, right? I don't do that.
In ancient Egypt. They use it.
No.
So basically, if I'm things that they didn't use, and I told him they used it in ancient Egypt. So then I'm trying to wrap it up and say, okay, according to you, you know.
No. They had according to you. No. But you just hold on.
And mind you, I asked him a very simple and short question. You see how long he went. I let him go on. Then I'm trying to just ask him a question, and he doesn't let me ask that question because a lot of people feel superior. You know, they are weak, they are very sensitive males, but he wasn't with his pseudo killers team, you know, so he was just all over the place, you know, shaking, you know, scared, afraid, you know what I'm saying? So even when I'm trying to, you know, just to add on to participate, he won't even let me, you know.
They had the color black. Absolutely, they had the color black. But
that we don't know if he means that they had the color black as a color, so it could be anything. It could be object, it could be animal, or it could be themselves. You know, we don't know, and he probably doesn't mean that they were black themselves, because that would end the argument. You know, but he said they had the color black. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
But did they attribute skin color to actually categorizing population groups? And that's absolutely not. They didn't do
that. Did they have skin color to categorize groups? I'm paraphrasing, you know, because you know now, and indeed we have people who had black in their names. And you know what? For the record, I'm gonna share James P. Allen's book. Right? Hold on. I'm gonna share James P. Allen's book, and you have Henry the Black, and there's many other people like that. Hold on. Those people don't know what they are talking, and they could learn. You know, those serial killers, you guys could learn, but you're making a fool out of yourselves. You know, just like Sabir Bey and so many other pseudo people. You know. Now, you see the book here, right? Middle Egyptian, An Introduction to the Language and Culture of Hieroglyphs, 3rd edition by James P. Allen, PhD. Now, it's early on, I think it's page 5. Page 5, here, what do we have? Statue of the courtier, overseer of priest, Henenit the Black. And his name is written here, Henenit Kem. And this is indeed page 5 of his book. That's a PhD. So, and there's many other people who had black in their names. So let's finish with this pseudo demonstration from these pseudo killer dudes. I mean, this pseudo killer guy, member of the pseudo killers, who are just pseudo, period.
Do that.
Oh yes, they did. We have names.
Hold on real quick.
Not they were to actually categorizing population groups, and that's absolutely not. They didn't do that.
Oh yes, they said absolutely not. They didn't do that. Now, Serious B, even if you disagree with me, it's okay. Will you admit that you were wrong because you didn't know? It doesn't kill you. You're not gonna get hurt. You know, you don't have a dog in that fight unless your fight is being pseudo, right? You just didn't know, right? Not everybody is familiar with the hieroglyphic or the Medunecher. It's okay. It's a very ancient language. Fine, right? Now that I've shown you one instance of a person who had black in his name, right? And you know what? If you want depictions of black ancient Egyptians, I have that ready, and I had that ready. I was prepared to share that, you know. And I think you may hear me say, but I wanted to just say that I can share some, but you know, the QueButter, he just kicked me off, you know. Just look at this. They did. We have names.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, real quick. This ain't got nothing to do with the topic. Yeah, this ain't.
Thank you, too.
Yeah, we don't like. I know, like that conversation.
Now, mind you, when the Serious B dude was talking, he didn't say that has nothing to do with the topic. He went on. But when he saw that I was disagreeing, and I was telling him basically that he was wrong, or now that has nothing to do with the topic. You know what I'm saying?
Like tonight, that's some like no offense to anybody, love it, but that's an NDA conversation over there. We doing STEM.
I understand. I understand, QueButter. I ain't gonna try to hijack anything, but I'm gonna say, Serious B, what you said is pseudo. What the pseudo killers are saying is pseudos, and everybody can just deal with. Look at QueButter shaking his head. But when Sanetta came on his panel insulting my mother, or he wasn't shaking his head, he let Sanetta take control of his panel. And that's weak, QueButter. You are a real weak dude. And I heard Sutek say that, you know, he wants to patch things up between you and Frankie. So, man, no, hey, feel free to do what you want. You know what I'm saying? But you look ridiculous shaking your head when I'm just labeling that this dude is pseudo because he lied to the public, right? But when somebody comes on your panel and insult my mother, you don't shake your head, you know? I mean, these guys. But anyway, you know, I'm going to get kicked off right now. Yeah, anytime. Thank you very much. You can't
just say it. You can just say anything.
Well,
I'm just saying, your mouth can say.
I cannot, you know, I cannot answer. So, you know,
anything.
Yeah,
my mouth can say anything. Serious B, I've just shared the book of a PhD which refuted your stance, you know, and I have depictions of black ancient Egyptians. Many people are not familiar with them, but it does exist, and we find them mainly in museums. I don't know if you've ever been in a museum looking at ancient civilizations like you stated earlier. So anyway, that's going to be a wrap up. So let me just go through the comments now. If you've been at Road, okay, go live on the same topic so we can educate him properly on the terms so he doesn't make this silly mistake again. But you know what, hold on, just in case, because you know he may say, oh, I was gonna hop on, you know what I'm saying, you know, just for a few minutes, link to get on the panel. If somebody wants to challenge me and state that they disagree with me, they are welcome to do so. They want to say that I'm being pseudo, they are welcome to do so, just for a few minutes, because like I said, you know, I have to prepare for work, but they can come here and say it, you know what I'm saying. Now, where was I with the comments? So yeah, okay, go live on the same topic so we can educate him properly on the terms so he doesn't make this silly mistake again. They don't want to get educated. They deal with agenda, you know. So I mean, they've been online for years, you know. A lot of time they just, you know, kissing each other's boots, you know what I'm saying. So if Onk is pseudo, Onk is like the leader of the pseudos, you know, the pseudo killers. So they wouldn't want to go against his stance, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, see my alarm. Okay, so Wildfunk wrote, I'm sorry, the Serious B guy is annoying. He really doesn't say much and tries too hard to come across as intelligent when he really isn't. Now I'm going to say he's not intelligent, but you know, he's just pseudo. They are called the pseudo killers, but they're just pseudo, period. You know, they're not killers or pseudos. They are some of the biggest pseudo people, and you just had a demonstration right now, you see. Wildfunk wrote, all I've heard him do is talk in circles. Yes, but that's what they do. That's what they do. You know, that's what they do. Vivian wrote, this dude obviously has never studied Kemet society. He has no real knowledge of Kemetic society, but wants to arrogantly make claims he cannot prove. He just makes up. Yes, they make stuff up, and this is what they call the conscious community, just making stuff up. And you know, Bennett wrote, they took but hurt to be men. I'm sorry, they too but hurt to be men. Shaka, they always do that to you. LOL. He was acting like a. Okay, people can read that. You serious, B? Are you serious, B? Unserious, B. So here for the record, just the link is there. If anybody, any pseudo killers, defenders and supporters, you know what I'm saying? But I have tagged the pseudo killers. I have tagged QueButter, and you see that QueButter was being, kind of arrogant / condescending, saying, I hope you get attention. I mean, oh, I'm glad I can show you. Let me show you when this dude goes live. So if I put QueButter, so you can see he's live right now. No, that was 5 months ago. Now, 5 months ago, you had QueButter expose his HOK, Sanella lies, slander, false truth. That's when Sanella criticized his school. But when Sanella was insulting my mother, he had no problem with Sanella. He was all good with Sanella. But anyway, did he? No, you see, he still has that live stream, right? He's still live. Now, if you go to live, right? I want to make sure it is streaming. Yes, it is sharing. So look at this. Now I said 14 hours. It says 11 hours. I may have made a mistake. But it's actually 11 hours and 50 minutes, 11 hours 55, 11 minutes. 11 hours 54 minutes, 11 hours 55. I said 14 hours. I made a mistake. It's 11 hours. So here, he's live now. The day before, 11 hours. I'm sorry. Yes, 11 hours 54 minutes 59. 11 hours 55 minutes. 11 hours 54 minutes. And he's like, oh, no, nothing to do with the topic. Man, what do they talk about all this time? 11 hours 54 minutes. 11 hours 54 minutes. 10 hours. This time, they had a break. 11 hours 55 minutes. 11 hours 54 minutes. 11 hours 54 minutes. This one was only 4 hours, Maybe he had to go see a movie. But he's free to go live as long as he wants, It's just to show you that, he's like, oh, that has nothing to do with the topic. They're going to be there for a good 10 hours. You know what I'm saying? Now, here, from Dr. Wesley Muhammad to Billy Carson to Top Cats, why are we so damn pseudo? You see, and it's good that we see that. So he shouldn't take offense at me dealing with a pseudo person on his panel, because he called Dr. Wesley Muhammad, a PhD in Islamic Studies, pseudo, and he has a right to, But QueButter, if you have a pseudo guy on your panel and you damn near protect him by kicking me off, when I state that he's being pseudo and he demonstrated that he was pseudo, you are not so much in a position to label other people pseudos. But anyway, that's just for the record. Do you think, QueButter, you have the right to disagree with me? I did not call you names. I did not lie on you. I did not call Sirius B names. I did not lie on him. And same for the pseudo killers. I did not call them names. I did not lie on them. Everybody's free to answer however they want. I had shared the link there. I think I will go live later on today, and it is what it is. So V Bennett wrote, them dudes are proud to dumb down their own people. They have 11 hour streams and tell you can't bring that up. LOL. I mean, you can't make that up. Who did they accomplish? Sorry, what did they accomplish in 11 hours? They pseudo because QueButter is xenophobic, and that is what xenophobia produces. Well, I'm not saying that. That's not my claim. I'm just reading the comments, But we can find out. We can find out. So, thank you, brothers and sisters. Feel free to tell people that I'm willing to communicate with people, even if they disagree with me. Even if they disagree with me, So I'm going to make my closing remarks. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to, Bado Necheru. I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Dua itu, dua necheru. Hotep.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, Before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody is interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Nature classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in-depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Nature class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/Ma'at Forever.